What's up guys, Nepenthes here and welcome back to another episode of the Race to Division 1, the series where myself and RossiHD are in a race using full manual controls to try and see who can win Division 1 in the quickest time possible. Now I've had a really good time of late using manual controls. I've won 5 of the last 6 games, which is pretty good, and I can't remember the record before then, but a record of 14, 3 and 4 is pretty damn good. And I purchased a couple of contracts there for 250 coins each, very nice and very cheap. And if you guys do want to purchase coins of your own, check out FIFAcointrader.com. Their link is in the description. A very fast and reliable service. So I apply the contracts there to Eunice Kabul and I think Carl Walker is the other person. Yep, Carl Walker gets a contract added on him as well there. And I'm really liking this team right now, and I don't really see much need to improve it in too many spots until I can afford like a really good player. So we'll be saving up for that throughout the next sort of 3 or 4 episodes. And the first team I come up against is a 4-1-2-1-2, bit of a mixed team. 84 chemistry, he's got a manager in the right formation too. Quite happy to see Puyol in defence there because you know, I'm not a big fan of Puyol. I know pace isn't everything, but when your defender has like less than 70 pace, you're asking for trouble. He had kind of an okay team, but in general, like, I don't know, I wasn't really too bothered about this sort of team. I'm getting to grips with manual controls a lot more than when I first started the series, which is obviously understandable, you know, playing, what are we, like 20 games in now or so, 21 games in, this is game number 22. You would expect that I would have got to grips with it at least a little bit. I'm still finding the passing a little bit difficult, but I like the over-the-top through balls, like crosses and chips and like just like long-range high passes. I'm really enjoying, and I'm really starting to understand how the shooting works at the moment, and that's fun. Like, you see some of the shots I take, some of the goals I score, like this one here from Sinclair, a fantastic shot. Like in the first couple of episodes of this series, I would have undoubtedly smashed that one down towards a corner flag, but I'm starting to, you know, really grasp the direction that you have to hold the thumbstick in just to get it close. And look at that for a ball. That's what I'm saying about these long balls, you know, like using X to cross that over to Sinclair there. Sinclair steps inside and out and then back inside and tucks that under the keeper and inside the near post to make it, I think that was 4-0 there that made that, and that was actually how this game finished, was 4-0. But yeah, so one thing I don't enjoy is the passing. I still haven't, you know, I'm not entirely confident with the passing. Usually in FIFA, when I use like fully assisted controls, I get my passing up to around 85 to 90% every game, but with the manual controls, I'm between sort of 65 and 75%, so I really need to improve on that. But my dribbling aspect of the game has really increased, which is why I'm looking for players with high dribbling abilities, and you know, that's really key. So the next opponent we get, guys, is a 3-4-1-2 formation. He's actually got a pretty decent team. The only problem with his team again is he's got Lescott and Terry in defence, who I don't rate as centre backs in this game. So I saw his team. I thought Podolski and Long up front, maybe he's gonna, you know, maybe he's gonna cause me some problems. But when I see, you know, his defence, I just know for a fact I'm gonna create a fair amount of chances. And straight away here in the 19th minute, we take out Sinclair in this game and put in OXLADE-CHAMBERLAIN because I only rested him for the fitness reasons. And OXLADE-CHAMBERLAIN doing some great work, and look at that for a finish. Tucks it nicely around the keeper into the right hand side corner of the net, and it goes just in. And then in the 22nd minute, the keeper makes a big error here. He doesn't give the full power for the goal kick. Bobby Zamora picks up the ball, and Zamora again is in here just to give rest to, I think, Shane Long's my striker, and tucks it nicely underneath the keeper's body. Now, I do proclaim that in a 4-3-3, which is the formation I'm playing right now, which is one of my favourite formations in FIFA, your striker does not need to have good pace. You know, the first 4-3-3 that I really played with in FIFA 13 was my Portuguese league team, and I had RICHARDSON as my striker, and he's only got like 68 pace, I do believe, but he was a joy to play with because of how good his finishing is and how good his dribbling is. And look at that for a finish from RICHARDSON. This is manual controls. That is an epic finish. But so you know, RICHARDSON has 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, he's got good dribbling but really low pace. Bobby Zamora is very similar. Obviously he only has 3-star skills, but his pace is low. I think his pace is 64 or 65, I can't remember exactly, but his finishing is actually pretty decent, and his dribbling is pretty decent as well, as I get really lucky there with the ball bouncing out to Ben Arthur, and Ben Arthur smashes that into the back of the net to make it 4-0. And we go, you know, we carry on our good run of form right now, like really getting, I guess in a sense, coming up against lucky opponents, because a few times I come up against opponents and they have low fitness on their players, or they have poor chemistry, or, you know, they're just bad FIFA players. But there will become obviously a few times, especially when we reach Division 1, where I start coming up against really decent opponents. But in that game, guys, 80% passing for me and 60% possession, and I got 9 out of 12 shots on target. That is like almost a perfect game, and to make him rage quit as well is good news. So we get 9 points out of the first 9 in Division 3, and the third and final opponent for this game, guys, guys, is this guy here. He's got a 4-4-2 Italian team. Di Natale and Micheli up front, Pirlo and is that Marchisio in midfield, Maggio and Giovinco on the wings, Barzagli and Chiellini in defence. You know, he's just got a full-on, very, very good Italian team. But once again, I personally don't like 4-4-2 in this version of FIFA. You know, FIFA 13, I think the 4-4-2 formation is a poor formation. And so coming into this game, even though this guy has got a strong team, he's got very, very strong links, he's got perfect chemistry, I still came into this game feeling quite comfortable with myself that I would be able to win the game. And there's a prime example of my passing being poor there. Fellaini just messing up the pass, well, me messing up the pass essentially, and from that he ends up managing to score a goal, which was quite annoying because well, it's not annoying, but with automatic passing, that pass would have gone through to one of our players. So it's those little mistakes that I'm still making that's costing me goals and costing me points. So once I can eradicate those from my game, I'm sure we'll be fine. But here we get in the 30th minute, Hatem Ben Arfa running through on goal. And, you know, one thing going to go on here. I'm going to shoot. I managed to shoot, get it under the keeper's body again to make it 2-1. Very nice indeed. And I really thought I could go on to win this game. And I had more than enough chances to go on and win this game. But unfortunately, into the second half here, Di Natale picks up the ball. Look at that for some poor defending from me. I don't know what I was doing there. Dive in with Koscielny. Kyle Walker is not fast enough to keep up with Giovinco. And Giovinco smashes that one home to make it 2-2. And 2-2 is how the final score... Well, it is the final score. Is how the game ended. So very even in terms of possession. My passing was bad again, but I did have more than enough shots and shots on target to take the win, but unfortunately wasn't able to. So we get 1 point out of that game. We need 7 more to get promoted to Division 1. This is the end of the video though, guys, so if you have enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers. Okay guys, if you want to check out one of my previous videos, it's on the screen now. You can click on the annotation on the screen. And if you want to make sure you keep up to date with me and my social media networks, I'm always on Twitter, guys. It's twitter.com/Nepenthes or @Nepenthes on Twitter. If you want to check out my Facebook, it's facebook.com/Nepomonster. And if you guys are interested in Minecraft at all, check out my second channel, which is youtube.com/NepentesHD. I upload daily Minecraft videos to there. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.